Ladies and gentlemen, the Marching Railers and the Sound of Simon. This year, the Railer Band is competing in 4 competitions. Last week, the band placed 3rd at the Washington Field Show, missing 2nd by 0.2 of a point. Next week, they will be at the Mount Zion Music Games. In October, they will compete at the ISU Marching Championships on the 17th and the U of I Championships on the 31st. We would like to thank the parents, fans, boosters, and supporters for everything they do. We couldn't do it without you.
Well, and this is depends on what the strength of your team is.
Exactly what your strength is. If you're strong defense, you don't mind kicking off to start the game. But
if your strength is the offense, you want it first. Eisenhower with the kick, big boomer from Colton Lockwood. That's going to come down, and that appears to be Alex Linares with the catch. Oh, breaks a tackle, steps out, lowers his shoulder. He's brought down about the 27-yard line. I see a flag come out at the end. It looks to me from this vantage point, Coach, that may be face mask just towards the end of the play. And as tough as Linares is, he's back off, and it's that right hand hanging down. That was the shoulder he lowered to take on that tackler there.
But he made a nice return, got it out to about the well, they added 26 and they added 5 for that face mask. But I don't know what it's like when you cut to your left and you see 3 or 4 white shirts there waiting for you and no blockers, and you just all you can do is lower your shoulder and get what you can. That's what he did.
Up till this year, Linares was a running back. He's been switched to the defensive side of the ball as Coach Seth Bass goes to 2 platoons. Railer offense back on the field. Their heels on the 30-yard line. Garrett Isles is in the shotgun, takes the snap. It's a handoff to Andrew Yount, and again from the backside he gets run down from behind. This was the problem we saw in the first half. Kendall Doherty up through the line, tackles him. It didn't bring him down, just sort of hugged him and walked him out of bounds.
Ran him right to the sideline and then stopped when the whistle blew, but loss of 3 yards on it.
For the first time, we didn't see an Eisenhower defender try to slam the Railer ball carrier to the ground. I think that was probably the midway talk from the coaches over on the Eisenhower sidelines. Let's not get any more silly penalties.
Yeah, I'm sure that had to be part of it because they had a lot of penalties, not just silly ones, but they had a lot of other penalties in the first half too.
Second down, let's say about 13 from the 27 for the Lincoln Railsplitters. Isles takes the snap. He's back to throw. Sidearms it, was looking for Titus Cannon. Cannon was open, but through his hands. Even if he would have caught it, would have taken 1-2 steps, and he would have met Kendall Doherty face to face.
Yeah, and after the ball went by, he still met him shoulder to shoulder and kind of turned him around quickly.
It was a quick pass across the slant. It was there, just hit him in the hands and slipped through. Garrett Isles showing off that arm that we see during the baseball season. He's a center fielder. By the way, that Lincoln Railer baseball outfield looks pretty good this year as both Yount and Isles look to end up there. 2 men up to the wide side of the field for Isles as he takes the ball, hands it off to Yount. Yount trying to find the edge. He turns, gets 2 steps, and is met by 3 Eisenhower defenders, led once again by Kendall Doherty.
Well, he took about 3 steps to his right after getting the ball. It looked like he had a chance to get to the corner, and all of a sudden 3 white shirts appear, and he has to cut it back in, and there's no place to go there, and he lost another yard.
This has been the problem for this Lincoln Railer team all game. They show the flashes, but the blocking is not there. We're 4th and 14. They're going to punt it away. Isles back in the pooch formation, but now as he runs to his left, he's got some more room, and that comes off the side of his foot. It goes out of bounds. Look out, cheerleaders. Don't want to get anybody hit, but it's going to be great field position for Decatur Eisenhower. I'm going to say they're going to spot that ball at the 35, if not even closer.
I think it's on about 37, yeah.
37 yards. The man in the striped shirt puts the ball down, and this is an offense that doesn't need a short field to score quickly, but with this short of a field, they may score quickly. 35-0, 10:22 left to go in the third quarter. The next touchdown gives us a running clock here on this game. As Eisenhower looks, they've got trips up to the right. Doherty likes to throw out of this formation. Look for Colton Lockwood or Stephon Bobbitt in the slot. Doherty looks, puts his hands down, takes the snap. 2 steps, drops back. It's Lockwood, catches it, slips by 1, 2, 3 defenders. He's gone. Zach Prather's not going to run him down from behind. And just like that, Coach, 6 points, running clock, touchdown, Decatur Eisenhower.
Yeah, that's almost too easy, you know. You got trips on that side, and he throws to the best receiver, Lockwood, and he just kind of runs through the defense and maybe got touched, but certainly not close to being tackled.
Don't know if it was a bubble screen or it was just that receiver takes a step back, catches.
He's the wide out. You know, they got 2 slots inside of him. He just steps straight back and takes the throw.
Here for the PAT. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick, the flag. It's going to get stopped, as I think we probably had some movement. Yep, they're going to walk him back a step or two. The kick, again, as ugly as a homemade pie, but just like the homemade blueberry pie, it was good. We're going to do it again, though, as they march off 5 yards for the Eisenhower Panthers. Now, this is going to be interesting because the kicks, while they have gone over, they have not been very long. Lockwood now back to make the kick. It was Kendall Doherty who kicked it the first time. Got a pat on the helmet from his teammate for the good effort. Participation ribbon there. Here we go with the second try at the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, it's high, and it is no good. It looks like it may have gone wide to the right. So 41-0 for the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers as the clock begins to tick and not stop here for the Lincoln Railsplitters. We're going to take a 60-second timeout as we wait for the ball to change hands. More Railer football from Handlin Field coming up here just a minute on. We're back as the clock runs into the third quarter. 41-0 Decatur Eisenhower over the Lincoln Railsplitters on this Saturday afternoon edition of Lincoln Football on 96.3 WLCN. I'm Benjamin Yount, standing next to the coach, Ken Schweitzer. The Railers struggling to move the ball. Just a quick reminder, didn't want you to miss out on the test drive event over at Grau Chevrolet. It only runs till 1 o'clock, so you better hustle up if you want to help support the choir and JDRF. Isles now standing in the shotgun. He's got 1 man wide to the left. Yount, the only back. They hand it off to Yount. Sidestep, takes 2, 3 steps. At least he got onto the positive side of the line of scrimmage as the Railers come back out running the ball here. Down 41-0 with the running clock, Coach. Is this the time to work on the offense against a live defense, or is your concern scoring?
Well, I don't think you can overly be concerned about scoring. You just got to try to find some plays that'll work and some players that are able to perform a little bit for you. I'm not sure Eisenhower's brought in many subs yet.
Now, Eisenhower's still with the starting defense. I was just checking the numbers as we look at big Caleb Doherty, the middle linebacker, is there. And Andrew Yount takes the handoff. Oh, wow, what a big hit. Takes the handoff, runs to the short side of the field to the left, and it was a huge collision between number 11, Matt Steffington, and Andrew Yount, and they both go about a yard back and then come right back at it. Good, tough play. 3rd down, 5. The ball now on the 46-yard line for the Railers.
Yeah, you know, that was a big-time hit, and Yount bounced off him and kept his feet and drove forward for a couple extra yards. Shows you how tough he is. They've
got him listed in the program at 6'2", 180. I can tell you, because he eats my food, that 180 was before the season. He's a little bit less. Here's the snap. Isles, handoff to Yount, and that's not going to go anywhere. Caleb Doherty come running in on a blitz, untouched, and takes it back to probably the original. Oh, they're only going to mark him off 2 yards, so it's going to be 4th and 6, 4th and 7, as we look at another punt situation here for the Lincoln Railers.
Well, that you know, it almost looks like, you know, he's waiting for the handoff for the quarterback, and the defender's there before he has a chance to even take a step.
There is somebody on that right side of the offensive line who has not been able to block. Isles takes the snap and punts and does the pooch, and it takes a good Lincoln bounce, this time getting all the way back. They're going to mark that ball near the 30-yard line, near the 24-yard line, as my eyes betray me here. That's the best punt of the season. I think that the Eisenhower Panthers, they had someone nominally back, ostensibly back to return the punt, but they were more concerned about the run.
The punt got over his head, which was great, and then hit the ground, got a little roll before it went out of bounds. So that was perfect results on that one.
Eisenhower sending their offense, this high-powered offense, back out on the field as the clock continues to run. 5 minutes, 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Doherty back. This looks like a run formation, even though there are trips out to the right. Doherty handing it off to Salat Al-Nuruddin, and he's trapped, but he's a wily runner, and he's going to get brought down 3-4 yards back into the backfield. And that was a play. It looked like 44 Scott Lesson came up and set the edge and met them there, and then the rest of the Railer defensive line coming up to help him make the tackle.
And that's that's one good thing we've seen all day is some good pursuit. Not very good tackling sometimes, but a lot of good pursuit by the Railer defense.
A lot of good knowing their assignment and waiting it. Doherty back coming up, lining up, no huddle for the Eisenhower Panthers. 2 to the left, 2 to the right as Doherty looks over to the sideline for the play, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick throw. That's going to be number 8, Bobbitt with the catch, and he's still on his feet. They had him 2 steps into that play, but again, arm tackling, and he's able to step through these. These are big, strong receivers, Coach. Yeah. You're not going to bump into him and have him fall down.
Yeah, he just kind of threw a tackler off him and then went downfield and picked up about 10 on the play.
They've got Bobbitt listed 6'2", 165. He's not going to fall down. Again, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Al-Nuruddin in the backfield, 3:43 left in the third quarter. 41-0 Eisenhower. Handoff Al-Nuruddin, and he's met and just carries the pile forward for 4 yards. Some Railers jumping on the ball as it came out, but the whistle already blew and the play was dead. That's just high knees moving the pile forward.
Yeah, and no defender kind of getting in front of him and trying to drive him back. Most of our tackles are from the side or from behind, and maybe you're getting them down, but they're getting extra yards out of each one of those.
That's the difference when you get them when you're getting them from behind on the positive side of the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Doherty now back in the shotgun again. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick throw. That's a shot out to Lamonte Williams. Williams makes a move, gets a block. It's only going to be Linares and Linares makes the shoestring tackle and saves what could have been another touchdown. But Lamonte Williams, one pass, sidestep, and he makes a move on the defender, and it's a 25-yard gain. Ball going to now be on the Railer side of midfield, 33-yard line as we look 1st and 10, 2:37 left in the third quarter, 41-0 for the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. We got trips up to the left. It's the wide side. This is the formation that they have liked to throw out of. Handoff Al-Nuruddin, cuts in, cuts back, 3, 4, 5 Railers on him. They finally blow the whistle dead. Never went down. First down up inside the 20, Coach.
Yeah, and he broke the tackles in just as he passed the line of scrimmage on the interior. He broke some tackles and then went downfield and took 4 or 5 Railers to circle him, but still didn't get him on the ground, but they did blow it dead.
Very good laterally, very good making the cuts.
Makes good moves, yeah.
3 receivers to the left of Caleb Doherty. He's in the shotgun, 5 steps back. Fakes the handoff. Now Doherty's going to run, gets a good block, springs him on the edge, and Caleb Doherty is going to run in untouched for a touchdown, and that was just good blocking on the edge. We've got a Railer down. Looks like he got popped, and he's moving on the ground, but once again looks like maybe a shoulder as he got in. Just we knew who Caleb Doherty was when he got here. When he got off the bus, we knew what he could do, and we're seeing it.
Well, and that was Lockwood making a crackback block on there. It was a legal block, a good block, and it took a Railer out, and he's down on the field there, and it was pretty easy run into the end zone once he got around the corner.
I'm trying to look and see, based on who's not out there on defense, who that may be. I'm going to take the guess based on the numbers that I don't see that. Nope. I was going to say somebody, and I see them now, so I don't want to worry a parent and take a guess as to who it may be. But there's some movement. So number 53 is going to be Colton Grant. Colton Grant took a shot, and it looked like it, like you said, Coach, perfectly legal block, but it looked like it got up underneath the shoulder pad and lifted him up, and he came down.
And the other thing is when you're not expecting it, it's kind of a blindside thing. The shock of that too also adds to the injury.
Could have been the collision, could have been the shot, could have been the landing, could have just been welcome to another Central State 8 game. But it's 47-0 with 1:45 left. The PAT attempt, Colton Lockwood, who made that block, marches off his steps, 2-3 spins. Now he's ready. Here comes the snap, the hold, the kick. This one is up, and this one is also no good. He's been pushing them to the right. It's tough to see from this vantage point, Coach, but they all look right wide to the right. But 47-0, 1:45 still on the clock in the third quarter. It will be running when we get back, but we've got to take the 60-second break. More Saturday Railer football coming up next right here on 96.3 WLCN.
And picked up some extra yards down to the 20, a 10-yard pickup.
He looked as if he expected to get hit again. When he didn't, he just fell forward. I know his parents will be talking to him about keeping his head up and looking downfield.
Yeah, well.
Garrett Isles brings his squad back up, gets ready, bunch formation. Yount, the single back, standing one step behind Isles. Here's the snap. Cannon in motion. Pitch to Cannon. Here it comes, slowly moving. They get out there. Cannon breaks, gets the edge. He falls forward to about the 9-yard line. They're going to mark it. They're going to mark it at the 11-yard line as we continue to move. First down. Big pickup. Now we're looking at a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, Coach.
Yeah, that was a big. He got around the corner there and had a little speed, missed a tackle, and took it down just outside the 10, just to the 11-yard line. So the Railers are knocking on the door. They got a shot to get in the end zone, scored their first touchdown here in this game.
The wide side left for Isles is the open side, and that's where they send Tyler or Rear one-on-one. Yount standing one step behind Isles. Here's the snap. Handoff to Yount. Yount cuts it up the inside, gets 2, maybe 3. He's met by a gang of Panthers. Moving the ball, getting close, maybe moving the chains. They're going to give him a first down. First and goal from the 9. I think that this may be the first time all season that we've been able to say first and goal for the Railer offense.
It seems, I think you're probably right. And, you know, it's just a matter of pounding the ball now. You know, no mistakes, and they ought to be able to get it in. We hope they do here.
8 minutes, 9 seconds, the clock running in the fourth quarter. 47-0. Decatur Eisenhower, Lincoln on the doorstep. Isles puts a man in motion. It's Cannon. He rolls out to his left. He's got Yount wide open. Throws it. Catch.
Touchdown.
Ball. Touchdown, Lincoln. Railers on the board for the first time this season. It was Isles rolling out, throwing just a little bit of a lollipop right over top of the Decatur Eisenhower defender, and Yount, both hands on the ball, Coach. You got to like to see that falls in.
The defender saw Isles roll to the left and wasn't sure whether to come up or not. He stayed back, but Isles just got lofted it over his head. Yount made a nice catch, secured the ball, and fell in the end zone.
This is the first touchdown, the first points. We're going to go for our first PAT attempt here. We're actually kicking them this year. Ryan Boyd, he's a sophomore. He measures his steps back, 1, 2, 3, takes 1, 2, over, sets. Here we go. The snap, the hold, it's up. Ooh, no good. If you didn't tell from the body language, it was a bit of a duck that went off to the left. Wasn't high enough, wasn't near enough.
But the snap was low and dribbled back there, and it kind of messed up his timing, I think, a little bit, and he kicked it off to the left.
But as you can hear the cowbells from the Railer faithful as they celebrate the first score. I had the opportunity to talk with Coach Bass last week and asked him about the mental block of not getting into the end zone, and I think that this will go a long way. We're going to take a real quick 60-second timeout as we leave you here from Handlin Field. 47-6, Decatur Eisenhower over the Lincoln Railers. 7:55 left in the game. When we come back, more Railer football on 96.3 WLCN. And you come back just in time as Lincoln does all it can to stop Decatur Eisenhower on what was supposed to be a pooch kick for the kickoff, turned into a big return. Caleb Doherty, the starting linebacker, catching it, running all the way across the field, Coach, to turn it up and turn it into a good return.
He looked like a steamroller just going through defenders there and up the sideline. Finally, somebody got in front of him and kind of went down to his feet, and he tripped over him.
It is 47 for Decatur Eisenhower, 6 for Lincoln. The first touchdown of the season coming just before the break as Garrett Isles tosses a 5-yard. Is that what we'll give it? 9-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Yount. PAT no good. But the clock still runs, 7 minutes and falling as we are here in the fourth quarter at beautiful Handlin Field. A great day. There's a timeout on the field as the Decatur Decatur Eisenhower Panthers want to regroup, talk about what they are going to do. I don't know if it's quite time that they would take a knee. They've scored a lot of points. They've scored almost 40 in every game. They're at 47. They too early to try and make a playoff statement?
Well, no, I think that they just probably took the time out to organize some substitutes in the game, and they'll play their regular offense, I'm sure, at this point, and but they want to make sure they had the right 11 in there to do it with, and so once they get organized, they'll go out and run some plays.
A lot of the starters for the Panthers already helmets off, sitting on the sidelines, standing on the sidelines, cheering their team on. Well, we got the minute. Got to say again, thanks to our friends at Family Custom Cleaners, Tanning, 24-hour laundromat, and the U-Haul dealer, 621 Woodlawn Road. Watch for dry cleaning and super tanning specials with that laundromat always available, 735-2525. Eisenhower is now into formation. They've got 3 to the near side of the field. Backup quarterback Chase White. He's 6 foot 225. He's a senior. He takes the snap. Hands off. And we got him. Lincoln's got him in the backfield. Handed the ball to Julian Coleman. And Coleman got maybe 3 or 4 yards. Adrian Perez is coming in, one of the railers, and we have another railer who's doubled up over. He's on his knees with his face mask in the ground. That, as anybody who's been on or near a football field, Coach, when you're pounding the ground, you can tell that doesn't feel well. Hopefully that young man feeling okay.
It's 97, I think. No, we don't have a 97.
We got a 91 who's Keegan Houghton, but I'm not sure Keegan.
No, that's not him. Can't tell.
We'll get you the number as soon as we can. Want to thank our friends over at Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery. They also have the unique gifts. If you're looking for anything railer football, railer baseball, railer basketball, they are your one-stop shop. Stop by, see the showroom located on the corner of Clinton and Sangamon Streets here in beautiful Lincoln, Illinois. Give them a call as well, 732-3311. They specialize in large team orders, and they do have those discounts. If you're looking for sweatshirts as we move into sweatshirt weather, if you're looking for the t-shirts for your youth team, that's the place to go. We're cleaning them up. And Coach, can you get a number?
Yeah, 93, Dennison.
93, Austin Dennison. He's had a shoulder that's bothered him all season long. This is the first action I think he has seen here so far, and they're going to help him up off the field, and he's going to walk off on his own power, but he is holding that right arm. And I know that right arm has bothered him. He missed some of the summer practice with the right arm, had a little bit of surgery, if memory serves me correct, and he's coming off in pain in on the tackle, but that may be the only time we see, certainly the only time we're going to see him today, maybe the only time we see him here for a little while. 6 minutes, 41 seconds left to play in the game. The clock will be running. Decatur Eisenhower's up 47-6. The Railers scoring on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Isles to Andrew Yount. Their first points, their first touchdown of the season. It's the backups now for the Eisenhower Panthers as they take the ball, snap, it's a handoff, and we got a gang tackle. They're going to lose 10 yards. Again, it was Julian Coleman, but he was met by a wave of Railer defenders. Scotty Lesson was one of the first who was in there, and as well as Big Ben Steiner stepping up to make the tackle. You'd like to see that kind of tackling against the first team.
Well, yeah, they play fairly well against second and third teamers, but yeah, that's not the way it is. But, Lincoln got across the line of scrimmage, got in the backfield that time. That's what you like to see.
The Lincoln Railer defense still with its starters in playing against the backups for Eisenhower. And here's another handoff as they walk up. I don't know how that was an illegal motion. You had 3 or 4 guys moving at the same time. The quarterback was stepping up. It looked like he was maybe going up to get under center, and they just snapped the ball back. But another run, another short run, this one, Lornell Barbie, and he takes 2 steps, is met. No punt for this Eisenhower Panthers, so we're going to play center field, I guess, expecting a deep throw, and on cue, here come 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field, up off to the left of the quarterback, 1 man to the high side on the right. This is backup quarterback Chase White, puts his foot down again, takes the snap, throw, just a little flare, and through the hands. through the hands and off. It wasn't a deep route. I think trying to set up a wall of blockers, and it slips through his hands.
Yeah, and that that's just the young kids out there for them. But gives Lincoln another chance on offense here. It was about a little over 4.5 minutes to go. And
the clock is ticking. By the time they get set, it will be just about 4.5. 47-6. The first time we've been able to say nothing for the Lincoln Railers. And these kids, while they will certainly get another L, I think that they will have popped a bubble. They will feel so much better.
You got the monkey off their back. It's got 3 shutouts to start the season, so getting on the scoreboard was huge for him.
Isles in the shotgun, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, steps, throws. That's Cannon with the catch. Cuts back up inside, still on his feet, still going. A lot of running for a 3-yard gain, but it's a positive gain. 2nd down, 7 to go as the Railers are on the 43-yard line, trying to push towards the score. 4 minutes as the clock continues to run.
Isle completed one of those passes early in the game against their #1 defense. Just a little sidearm throw out there to the side, and so he's got a good arm. He throws the ball hard, and he's got some receivers that'll catch the ball.
Plays center field during the spring and summer for the Railer baseball team. Bunch formation. Yount, the single back. Now we put Cannon in motion. It's going to be a pitch to Cannon. Oh, and there came big number 45, Lornell Barbie. He was the back who dropped the ball on the 4th down pass for the Panthers, but he shot the gap and took Titus Cannon down, cost him a couple of yards. 3rd down, and we'll say 6. 3 minutes 22 seconds left to go in the game. 47-6, Decatur Eisenhower, but the Lincoln Railers are on the move. Having scored once, they're going to have to pick up some big yards quickly because the clock is not their friend. It's Pudnight in motion this time. Pitch to the outside. He's got some blockers. Back to the line of scrimmage, turns up, gets maybe 1, maybe 2. It's going to be 4th down and 1 to go, but this is going to become a clock issue now.
Yeah, well, he got drugged down from behind just short of the 1st down marker. He's going to have about a 4th and 1 or 2, but he got around the corner, it looked like, but somebody had his shirt from behind and pulled him down.
That's been the Decatur Panther defense the entire time. Eisenhower coming through the gaps and being able to run down Lincoln ball carriers from behind. 2 minutes and 30 seconds as the clock continues to run. 4th quarter, Railers trail 47-6, but they have the ball. They have some momentum. They're moving, playing against the 2nd team for Decatur Eisenhower, but at this point in the season, we'll take it. 2 to each side of Isles as he takes the snap, hands it off. Yount comes up. He's going to have the 1st down, falls forward. That's going to be a 3, maybe 4-yard gain by the time he stretches out that big body. But again, now the clock running because of the score is going to dip under 2 minutes. No one's going to stop it. It's good to see the Railers move the ball, Coach, but we don't have the time for this.
Well, no, I mean, and really you don't worry about the time because you're not going to catch up in this game, but you run just try to run some positive plays and get some yards and have them leave the field with a good feeling.
We've got 1 receiver to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom. Titus Cannon in motion. Oh, it's going to be a reverse misdirection. Pudnight coming around, and Pudnight's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage by big number 99 for the, well, maybe it's 88, maybe it's Samir Smith who is going to be get credit with that tackle. But there's a flag on the play, and I think that they're going to maybe march that off. It looked like he got his hands high, either going to be face mask or putting him down after the play.
Yeah.
Personal foul.
They did a nice job of coming up and staying home, containing, watching for the reverse there, and made a pretty good play. But yeah, I didn't see what he did. If he,
I think it was just into the sidelines. It was clearly out, and then he wrestled him down again. An aggressive play. You want a gold star for effort, but not gold star for execution. We've got 3 receivers to the top of the field for Garrett Isles as he gets into the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's going to roll out. He's looking. He's got a man. He throws it, and it's going to be intercepted. He was looking for Tyler O'Rear, and O'Rear went back too far. O'Rear was maybe 3 yards too deep for the pass, and it just was either underthrown or the wrong route, and the Eisenhower Panthers pick it off. Drelin Manny makes the interception, and that's probably going to be it as we run the clock in just 20 seconds left. By the time they switch up, I don't even know if there will be enough time for the Panthers to take the knee.
No, I just think they'll let the clock run out here, and Isles was running to his left there, and he had receivers down there, looked like, but he just either underthrew it or the route was just a little too deep.
It was an opportunity to maybe move the ball, but just not the way you want the last play to be. Though it was a good effort in the fourth quarter. Well, that's gonna end at 47-0. The Decatur Eisenhower Panthers
47-6.
47-6. Sorry, 47-6. You caught me, Coach. 47-6. Decatur Eisenhower Panthers in a win over the Lincoln Railers. Coach, last thought on the game?
Well, it's unfortunate that it had to be played today, but as we said before, good weather and good competition out there. We saw a pretty good Eisenhower team, although I'm sure they're not happy with a lot of the mistakes they made today, but they still put a lot of points on the board. The Railers did finally get a touchdown, which is a plus, and we saw a few good things out there, some aggressiveness on defense, but still got a long way to go, and it doesn't get easier next week going to Sacred Heart Griffin.
These are three of the best teams in the conference that we get these next 3 weeks, but the Railers get on the board for the first time this season, and they can be happy about that. That'll do it for us from here from Handlin Field. 47-6, the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers, but the Railers get on the board. For Coach Ken Schweitzer, I'm Benjamin Yount. Thanks for joining us this Saturday afternoon. We'll see you next Friday night right here, 96.3 WLCN.
Lincoln Railer football on WLCN 96.3 FM and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Town & Country Bank, Eaton Corporation, Lincoln College, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Friendship Manor, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Corey Leonard Shelter Insurance, Mama's Arcade Cafe, Collision Concepts, Headline Salon LLC, AG Farms and Trucking, Lincoln Public Library, Seth Goodman at Me Realty, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Chicago Street Rentals on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, Anytime Fitness, Family Custom Cleaners Tanning, Laundromat, and U-Haul, and Stuffteria Pizza.